New Year's is the perfect time to get a fresh start. I know we all think that, right? Ooh, child, you should see me. I'm trying to get rid of all of these old things. You know what I mean? I don't know about you. I was in that closet. I said, maybe I could take this to this person's house, and this person's house, and this person's house, but it's too much stuff to get through. So I'm gonna keep it all for myself. That's my resolution right there, or my solution for the resolution. You like that? Okay, listen, we all have things we probably should have gotten rid of in the new year by now, especially, this is a good one, beauty products. You didn't know you needed to get rid of them, did you? We're gonna learn some today. So today, we're gonna freshen up our vanities. It is time for Out with the Old and In with the New Beauty Edition. So I figured I could use a little help from the expert. So let's bring out Marie. Come on out, Marie. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, Marie, can you tell everyone what you do here at the show?
I am a makeup artist here at the Jennifer Hudson Show.
She is amazing. What do you say if we help an audience member with some makeup questions?
Would love it. Let's do it.
All right. Ilham, come on down. Have your makeup here. Say hi to Marie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Woo. Okay, so I see you got your stuff all ready together, but Ilham, can you tell us, what do you do?
So I work for Amazon. I'm an area manager. Mom of 4 girls.
Oh, you have girls. Oh, so
wow, this is perfect.
You could use these tips really good.
Yes.
And what did you bring with you today?
I brought my makeup bag. It's a bit of a disaster.
Is it? Okay, well, we got the right one to help you out. What do you think, Marie? Can you show us what you got, some of the stuff you got in there? And maybe Marie can help us out.
My girls got into my palette one day, and they messed up everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And how long have you had that palette?
I don't remember.
How often do you buy? How often do you buy makeup?
I don't remember. Honestly, like
God.
this one, as I'm cleaning, I'm like, oh my God, some of the stuff expired. I don't remember when was the last time I cleaned
my
brush.
God.
I don't remember.
Oh, honey.
Okay, what's the old honey for, Marie? What you got for us?
Well, there's many things here. So first of all, expiration date. Okay. So at the end of makeup, on the bottom of here, you see 12M.
Yep.
That's 12 months. So it expires after 12 months. Once you open it, that's it. So you have 12 months on the clock. Okay, so this is really expired.
Like
Expired. I mean,
yes.
she died twice.
Okay, Marie, but you said once you open it, so should you put like a little tab on it to mark the date of when you open
if you're
it?
someone who's not into like makeup, you don't buy a lot of makeup such as yourself. So once you buy it, just open it and then put a little Sharpie and then just write the date that you purchased it. So that way you can keep track of when you open it and how long you have until it expires. And these sometimes say like 12 months, 24 months, or 30 months. Now, sometimes if you buy makeup and it stays on the shelf for a while, so let's say it stays on the shelf for a year, but underneath here it says 24 months. So you don't open it until after a year. I would shave the time in half. So that means if you open it a year after you purchased it, instead of 12 months, now you have 6 months. So just to cut it, because it's been sitting around for a little bit.
Thank
You're welcome.
And what about the brushes? Like,
I really need a tip how to clean it.
Okay, so brushes, so here's the thing. Everything's going on your skin, right?
Yes.
So the best way to do a brush, if you do makeup every single day, I would wash my brushes once a week. I would even use Dawn soap. You know, like they take the grease off the little cute little duckies? Well, I can take everything off the makeup brush. So I would do it once a week, wash it, warm water, squeeze out the water, and when you place it, you also want to shape it the way the brush is shaped naturally, and then lay it down on like paper towel or something like that. Now, every 3 weeks that you wash it, also add put a little bowl with some warm water and hair conditioner, and swish it around, so therefore you can soften up the brushes, remove excess water, and then just also place it. So that way it keeps the brushes soft and stuff. So, yeah, so it's really great, because also here's the thing too, your skin will tell you if it's time, right? Yeah, you'll break out. If you're dry, your skin gets oily. So now that means like there's stuff going on in your expiration, dates of your makeup as well as your brushes being dirty.
What about other products like mascara and stuff?
3 months.
3
Period.
months.
End of story, 3 months.
Oh, I gotta go home, y'all.
Yeah, 3 months, buy, throw it away. Like, I don't care if you use it once in a while, throw it away. Okay, now foundation, once again, you have the expiration date, but if you're not sure, you can smell it right away. It starts to smell rancid. Anything that's creamy, that has like oils in it, you can really smell it. Now, powders tend to have a specific smell, right? Like makeup powders,
Yes.
right? So if time goes on, it starts getting like more and more faint. And so therefore, okay, the clock is ticking with it. Anything that has pigmentation, like blushes, eyeshadows, even foundation, if the tint of the pigmentation is less and less and it's not as strong, it's starting to die. She dying.
Okay. What about lipstick? Does lipstick die?
Oh, yeah.
How long can you keep that?
Lipstick is funny because lipstick can be 6 months, it can be 2 months. Lipstick is funny because it's basically fat, it's oil, right? So once it starts going, that's it. You can smell it. There's no
So
question.
you'll smell the lipstick.
Right away.
Think it's your breath, it's your lipstick.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
What about broken palettes and stuff like that? How can you restore that if there's a way?
Broken palettes are actually, there's a great little trick that we use in the industry where we use rubbing alcohol, 70%, sometimes 90%, whatever you have. And so what you do is you break it up a little bit more. See how like it's broken here? Mm-hmm. So you break it like really fine little pieces. And then you add some of the rubbing alcohol. Now you don't want it too soupy, but it needs to be a little bit thicker. And then you take the toothpick and you kind of like still mess with it. And then you take a tissue paper and then you press on it. Sometimes you could use like, let's say something flat, which will take the excess alcohol until it's completely smooth. And then you clean, the section and just sit it to the side for a little bit. And it's like brand new, literally.
That's great.
We learned a lot, didn't we,
Yes.
Ilham? You got a lot for the next time, that is for sure. Okay, Ilham, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think it's time.
It is time.
Girl, it's time to get rid of the, woo-hoo, right here. You wanna say bye?
Bye. Say bye.
She said bye. All right. And then with the new Ilham, I want to give you a brand new fully stocked makeup bag. Here you go with good fresh makeup for that old beautiful skin of yours and for your babies. Look at that. All these amazing new products. We did that. Enjoy it. Okay. That was so helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
That
you.
was awesome. All right, we learned a lot today. Thank you so much. For more great tips from Marie, head to JenniferHudsonShow.com. We'll be right back. Our next guest is known for making huge moves in the sports industry, and now he's a New York Times best-selling author. Please welcome Rich Paul. Thank you for being here.
Oh, no,
first of
thanks
all.
for having me. This is great. How you doing?
I am wonderful.
Okay, good.
Looking forward to this. Okay, so now you've accomplished so many goals. So what is your New Year's? Do you have a new goal for this year?
Well, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
No, I think for me, I always just try to, it's kind of like the mindset of an athlete. I try to come back a better person every year, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Play a lot of different roles, and so trying to be a better executive, be a better leader internally. I guess what I would say, a better father, because I have children. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, just trying to perfect my craft. You can always get better, right? You
Yes.
can never not get better at something. And so, but not to put too much pressure on myself. I don't think that's good either.
No, I love that. I think that's a good perspective. I always say you'll see me get better at life. And you're the CEO and founder of Clutch Sports. What is it like running a sports agency?
Well, I mean, it's a service business, so every day is different.
Mm-hmm.
You deal with a lot of young, talented, very monetarily successful young men and women. You've had Asia on your show.
Yes.
We represent Asia. And then at the same time, also their families. And so it's a very in-depth business. It's not as easy as people may think. It's much more than just going to games and sitting courtside. That's like, that couldn't be more of a not what the job is type of description. But it's something that you have to be passionate about and love. I was growing up, I was an athlete, played every sport, so I always loved the game. And then the bigger piece for me is education. So helping these guys understand that they're more than just an athlete, and helping their families understand that. And so really kind of, So that to me is what keeps me inspired by the business.
That's awesome.
Helping people.
I have to ask this because my son wants to be a basketball player, so who better to talk to than you, right? So I was curious to know, like, what do you guys look for to want to even sign a player, to, you know what I mean, have an agency? How do you know who's special, who got it?
Well, there's a lot of factors to it. In the beginning, obviously, when you don't have any clients, you got to get what you can get, right? And so the talent is always going to be the thing that trumps everything else for the most part. Today, we look for something different. Today, I think the talent and the character have to align because that's so important. Because, you can work a very thankless job, and none of us want to work a thankless job, right? So for us today, we're blessed enough to be able to be extremely selective. In my position, I'm definitely even more selective than I've ever been before, just because we have been able to build such a great roster. And then ultimately, you have professionalism. You have an open-mindedness, a willingness to learn and listen. And there's no sense of having someone represent you if you're not going to listen to the advice that they're putting in front of you, because that's why a president has a cabinet. That's why you have your team.
Point.
So, we look at those things today.
Okay. This is good insight, because there's a lot of, future players out there.
And your son want to be a player, but he should also, as he's playing and striving to be a professional athlete, look at the ecosystem around the game, because there's also other jobs within the space that actually have more longevity.
Like what? Give me an example.
I mean, he can be an executive at the highest level, and for any organization, any team per se, and those deals are guaranteed as well. And you probably have a 5 to 10 year run versus hoping you make it to the NBA. It's much harder, right? So.
This is good advice. I love that. Okay, and I love this. LeBron wrote the foreword for your New York Times best-selling
He did,
book, Lucky Me. And you got great fashion game. So, do you coach LeBron on his fashion too?
Surprisingly, that was one of my first jobs, because I don't know if you know the story, but I didn't have a role. He told me I didn't have a role. He didn't have a role for me. And so instead of me being discouraged by that, I just decided to create value anywhere I could for him, right? And so I was a stylist to start. That's what was one of my first jobs.
Look at that.
And there's a chapter in there called Iron Your Clothes. And I took the idea of ironing my clothes, being very detail-oriented, turned that into a business, but that gave me my passion for fashion. And then once that bug bites you, you kind of hooked. And so.
Wow. So you met LeBron through your style?
Yes, yeah. I had a certain jersey on that he just so happened to be watching the video before he left his house to the airport. That was the last thing he saw. So then I come to the airport, and here I am with this same jersey on. So fate would have it that way. But yeah, that's what started. We're not like fake cousins. I didn't grow up with,
I cleared up. You ain't fake cousins.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what was the initial thing. And then over time, we started to really, when you read the foreword, you start to understand why we became even closer friends and things like that. And so it's been great, and he's, supported me, and as well as all the other athletes that we represent, right? And so there's a common bond that is much more than just player-agent with me, for sure.
It shows. Wow, well, we're gonna take a quick break. Will you stick around for a little bit?
Yes.
We'll be right back. We're back with Rich Paul. Where do you get your business frame of mind from?
Growing up in my dad's store, my community, I was lucky enough, part of the title, I was lucky enough to have my father own a store in which I worked in. And at that time, you can see all walks of life, and I learned from all type of people. My dad taught me that no matter where someone is today, don't never look at them and don't think that you can't learn from that
Yes.
person.
Okay.
And so in the book, you understand, my dad taught me how to gamble when I was a kid. And it wasn't like going to Vegas gambling. It was really, he was really trying to help us prepare for when you got laid off from one job and you were trying to get the next job, that time in between, having some type of trade, so to speak, to help you put food on the table still or put gas in your car, etc. So we had a pair of dice and a deck of cards, and he taught us how to gamble. And so for me, I was the only one in my family that really took that and made that. That was actually like my second job. I just fell in love with it. And so the same way I did sports, I literally fell in love with that, with gambling. Yeah.
Love that. Well, you dropped some good tips in this book. Can you give us some for our success in 2024?
Yeah, I think, it's important. I don't know if you know, but I have a partnership with New Balance in which I started a sports performance brand called Clutch.
Yes.
Right? The name was just that good, I guess, to be able to have multiple verticals. And so we have this thing within that talks about what it takes to actually be clutch, right? Because it's not just the athlete and the sports you play. All of you are athletes. You're an athlete as a mom. You get up every day and you do what? You cover the field.
Yes, sir.
Right? And so how do you, in 2024, you just want to find the best way you can to be clutch every day. And what that means, kindness never hurts. So how am I being kind, and to who? And you don't need a why, just be that, right? Love is never wasted, right? Just love yourself, love one another. Unity starts with you. Trust makes it possible. Community is a mentality. We have to build communities through communication in order for us to collaborate and then to compound. That's the only way to move ahead as a unit holistically. And then honesty keeps it real. You have to be honest with yourself and others. And so that's what being clutch actually is.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. You're a good teacher. Ooh. All right, and thank you so much for being here. Will you come back and see us?
Thank you.
All right, y'all, guess
back,
what? The audience is going home with a copy of Lucky Me. Yes, you are. Lucky you. We'll be right back. Our next guest is a singer-songwriter from the UK who has been making waves in the music industry with his first EP, Lost a Friend. I can't wait for y'all to hear his amazing voice. Please welcome Saint Harison. It is nice to meet you in person.
You too.
Do you remember when we first connected?
Yeah.
What you remember?
I was 14 and I posted a video of myself singing "And I'm Telling You."
Wow.
And Jennifer Hudson tweeted me back, because I tweeted it to you, and I was on the school bus, and I got your tweet back, and I was like, no. And I'm screaming on the school bus, and the driver's like, what's this guy? Is he okay? And yeah, you blew my mind.
Wow,
Yeah.
you clearly blew my mind. I love that you said you was on the school bus.
Yeah.
That's just how young you were, singing like that. Yeah. So I'm happy to finally sit here and meet you. Congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
Does it feel like a whirlwind? Has it sunk in yet?
I feel like, because I'm doing so much right now that everything is so incredible. So it's when I stop, really, that I will just be able to take it all in and actually process what's happening. But it's all been like a crazy whirlwind, yeah.
No, I understand, because
Yeah.
so much can be going on and you can never really get used to the feeling. So I would say, just have those moments where you can take it in. And then you wrapped in 2023 with a sold-out tour
Yeah.
in the U.S. You take that in yet?
No. I mean, I'm from a little town in Southampton, so I just, in the UK, I just think everyone's like, oh, it's so hard, for UK artists to go to America, and it's one of the hardest things, and then it's sold out instantly on the day. So it's just it's the most, how do you take that in? I'm just sat here okay, nice. You
did it.
Yeah.
And
so
then
thank
your
you.
mom is here today.
Yeah.
Can I say hi to Mom? Where
Yeah.
Mom at? Hi, Mom. Your mom has been a huge inspiration for you because your childhood wasn't easy. Tell me how much she's been an inspiration to you.
Oh my God. I mean, we had to move out of our family home when I was 13. Me, my younger brother and my sister. My mum took us out, and we were in like a women's shelter for women and kids, and she just carried on believing in me every step of the way. Like, she would just drive me to wherever, to like these auditions, and she just, I don't know, something in her was just like gonna make it happen for me. Yeah, and I started songwriting to talk about that experience, and I actually, when we were in the reception of this shelter, we heard Chasing Pavements by Adele. And that was the song that made me want to start writing and talk about my experiences and my life. But yeah, my mum has just never ever given up. So for her to like be sat right here, seeing this, meeting you, she knows how much I loved you when I was a teenager. I wouldn't stop screaming your songs. So it's insane. It's amazing.
And congrats. Your debut EP, Lost a Friend, came out last year.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that, you know, when you started out singing and writing, that you would achieve so much?
Like sat here now? No. I wrote it as like I wrote a lot to self-medicate, and it's kind of my therapy to write songs. And I don't know, because it was my first project too, I never wrote it being like, oh, I wonder like how people are gonna receive this, or I wonder if like this song is gonna be good enough to, you know, make people sing it back, or like a riff challenge. Or I just wrote it because I was like, I need to get this out, and I need to. So yeah, I don't think I ever expected it to do what it's done. I don't know if anyone ever expects it, but I just kind of wrote it for me, and then everyone was like, wow, this is good. And I was like, okay, cool, we like it. So yeah.
Nice. Who are some of your musical inspirations?
Oh, wow. So I grew up with a lot of Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Jennifer Hudson.
I get to be in that list.
Yeah.
Our next guest is only 6 years old and is blowing the minds on the internet with his math skills. Take a look.
The square root of 81 times 10 divided by 2 times 3 Look, do you got it?
135.
Wow. From St. Louis, Missouri, please welcome Nathan, the number kid, and his mom, Rachel. Now, can you tell me how long you been solving math problems?
I started doing math when I was 3.5. I was counting buses. I went up to 500, and I don't start over when I go in the car. I just keep where I'm at.
Wow, that is amazing. And Rachel, when did you notice his interest in math?
So yeah, the counting buses was definitely like, what's going on here? And in preschool, during rest time, he was not sleeping. So he would come home and say, well, today I counted to 1,265. So that was 22 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Do you have a couple of math problems that we can do? And show us like your superpower, because you got a superpower on you. Don't y'all? Okay, I would like you to do a couple of math problems for us. All right.
All right.
Take it away.
Okay, let's do the skip jump of 45.
45, 90, 135, 180, 225.
You go with that. Oh my goodness. You're awesome. You know that? Okay, I got one. Can I try too?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll solve it for me, because I'm gonna need your help. All right? 5 times 4 divided by 10 plus 7 times 5 times 2.
90.
That was easy?
He said that was too easy. Can we see you do a little bit more?
All right, I'll make it harder.
Okay.
All right. The square root of 256 divided by 2 times 10 plus 40 times 2 minus 15. And then take the square root of that.
15.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I think so. Anybody got a calculator?
Baby, there's no way for me to know. You are really amazing. So Nathan, I heard that you was a little sad about missing school when you came here to see us today. You were? Well, we want to make up for that because, you know, I got a surprise for you. So I am sending you and your family to Universal Studios Hollywood today. How does that sound? You like that? Does it make up for missing school? This is for you. Surprise! You'll come back and teach us some more one day. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.